स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता ह्य सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसहारिणे अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नाथो श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Let us spend few minutes in silence and meditation. Let us offer our salutations to the all-pervading blissful spirit in any name or form you like. Let us offer our salutations with concentration, with devotion, and with Shraddha, faith, at the lotus feet of Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda, and Adi Shankaracharya, and Sri Ramanujacharya, and all great teachers, all great saints, whose teachings we all have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. As you inhale and exhale, think of positive vibrations, pure vibrations, peaceful vibrations, and strong vibrations entering into your body and mind. They will destroy all the impurities, restlessness, negativity, and weaknesses in the body and in the mind. Slowly exhale positive, pure, peaceful, and strong vibrations. Try to keep your mind like a lamp in a windless place, which does not flicker. Yatha dipo nivatasto nengate sopama smrita yogino yatachittasya yunjato yogamatmanah. The yogi, the meditator, fixes his mind on the Atman. Meditate on the real nature, one's real nature. Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Ananda Swarupaha. Your real nature is eternal, ever pure, awakened, free and blissful. Let us pray for the well-being of all people, for the good health and strength of all people, known and unknown. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhaved, sarvastaratu durgani, sarvo bhadrani pashyatu, sarvasad buddhimapnotu, sarvasarvatra nandatu. Harihi Om. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti. Please repeat. Sadashivande Guru Parampara, Sadashiva Samarambha, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantu Paramparam. Today is a twice blessed day for all of us in Sanatana Dharma, in Hinduism. The birthday, Jayanti of two Maha Acharyas, Shankaracharya expounding the Advaita philosophy, and Ramanujacharya expounding the Vishishtadvaita philosophy. And of course we have Madhvacharya also, who expounded the Dvaita philosophy. Because of these three Acharyas, we are able to protect our Dharma, Sanatana Dharma. So, study of their life, understanding and absorbing their philosophy will prevent many confusions, will prevent many disturbances, unnecessary cribbing over non-essentials. Today we shall just try to understand a little, a few glimpses, what we call bird's eye view of the intense life of Adi Shankaracharya. Tomorrow we have a talk on Ramanujacharya, Srimad Ramanujacharya, after evening Arati. The time when Shankara was born, which is considered, which has got its own debates. Some will say 5th century, some will say 6th century, some will say 7th century. The problem is, we go over the non-essentials and waste our time. What dress he wore, why he ate that food, all these will take away our vital energy. Non-essentials. In Bhagavad Gita also, while expounding, we have this problem. How can, so it's all a myth. The so-called educated people create all this drama. See. Swami Vivekananda brushes them aside, take the principles of Sri Krishna's teachings and make yourself better. Make our country better. The bickerings over the non-essential should be avoided. We have to work on the spirit of the subject. Shankaracharya. So when you see the 7th and 8th centuries, Buddhism was prevalent very much, and that was mixed with so many other tribal worships and Kapalikas and Tantric and Jainism and Pashupat. Which one to follow for higher realization? Buddhism sways away, dusts away everything Vedas, it's all mithya. The concept of God, the concept of Atman, the concept of worship, everything is put into dustbin. And in Buddhism, 2 sects, the Mahayana and the other aspects. Then Jainism comes, the Tirthankaras. In Kerala, in Bengal and other places, Kapalikas, Manava Bali, which we hear occasionally in the newspapers, still prevalent in the jungles, tribal gods. Pashupatas, only Shiva, Pashupati is the goal. Nobody else should be, and fighting in that. And other paths were gaining lot of strength in different parts of people. Though the Vedic scholars and Pandits and Acharyas, in their own way, in small groups, they were leaving no stones unturned in preserving, promoting the principles of Vedic Dharma. But it was not sufficient. It was getting scattered, it was getting cluttered, it was getting confused more and more. One day this, one day that, families are being destroyed. So it required a superhuman power to change the circumstances. The spiritual circumstances, the religious circumstances, the national circumstances. And finally, according to the tradition, Shankara Digvijaya, we find Shiva himself coming as Shankara. In Sri Ramakrishna and his divine play, which was earlier called Sri Ramakrishna the Great Master, Swami Sharadanji's magnum opus, he mentions, when you study the lives of great acharyas and avatars, if you consider them only as incarnations of Shiva or Vishnu or Durga, then no connection between you and them. They are worthy to be worshipped, that's all. You cannot follow them. But when you take the human aspect, that he walked in flesh and blood in different areas of India, whether it was Buddha, whether it was Shankara, whether it was Ramanuja, whether it was Madhva, and in modern times Sri Ramakrishna, Ramana Maharshi and others, they were there physically in front of you. And can you imagine this young boy of 8 years walking from Kaladi in deep south to Omkareshwar in the north, Madhya Pradesh? 8-year-old boy. Here, please understand, if considering a handicapped man cycled from Ladakh to Kanyakumari with one hand and one leg. This creates fervor and inspiration. Now somebody is there who is conquering external nature. So this idea we have to take, the human aspect. When we see Swamiji, the modern Shankara, if you take him as the incarnation of Shiva, because Vireshwara, his mother worshipped Vireshwara Shiva in Benares for 2.5 years, to be blessed with a son, then it is our faith and our belief that Swamiji is Shiva himself. And for him in 39 years to do so much is nothing for Shiva. It is just 3.9 seconds. But when you take the human aspect, in 8.5 years, giving the inspiration and the guidance and the letters and travel, massive human work. Shankaracharya merged in Kedarnath in 32 years. Swami Vivekananda in 39 years. So let us take the human aspect and learn to evolve, learn to serve, learn to study, learn to grow in life. So when Shankara was born, there was a prediction by the Pandits, by the Purohits to his father, Shivaguru. After seeing the Kundalini and the Panchangam, the horoscope, etc., they said, this child will grow into a scholar capable of defeating any opponent in debate. He will be the promulgator of a new philosophy. He will gain recognition as a master of all learning. His reputation will last as long as the world exists. This child will indeed be a perfect man. What more can we say? Childhood prediction in the baby state itself. That is the Shiva's blessings. Sri Ramakrishna, born through a blessing of Gadadhara in Gaya. Gadadhara coming and telling, I will be born as your son. And there, Sri Ramakrishna is born in Kamarpukur. Then, Shiva blessing Shivaguru. Do you want a son who will be an ordinary person and living a long life? Or you want a son who will live a short life but he will be like fire? Full of knowledge and radiance, removing the darkness of humanity? And Shivaguru says, a young son is enough. Actually, according to the story on Shankara Vijaya, his lifespan was only 16 years. 16 years only. But thanks to the blessings of Vyasa Maharshi in Kashi, says another 16 years was given to Shankara. So totally 32 years of physical life. Because his work started when he was 16. From 8 to 16, 8 years was literary work. Was composing the commentaries, writing the commentaries, the stotras and everything. 16 years later, he was asked to go to Benares and then his mission starts. Missionary work starts. So the prediction came true as we see now. Shankara goes to the Gurukulam at the age of 3. And once he listens to everything, he is absorbed in that spirit, whether it's Vyakarana, whether it is the different stotras, Panini grammar, everything is registered in his mind. He becomes more than his Guru. The Guru is astonished, blesses him. And one day with his co-student, he goes for begging in the brahmachari state. And there he finds the famous story, the old lady who cannot even give 2 gooseberries, usirikai. She has just one to break her fast. She says, your young brahmachari has come, Vatu has come, how can I send you empty-handed? please take, and she does namaskaram to him. And then Shankara understands the situation, prays to mother, and there and then composes Kanakadara Stotra, the first composition of Shankara. Then we have the difficulty, Shivaguru passing away, Aryamba saying, I cannot give permission for you to sannyasa. But then again there the divine aspect works there. The crocodile catches Shankara's feet, Bala Shankara, and he cries to his mother, who is watching in dismay, if you permit me to become a sannyasi, then the crocodile will leave my feet. I will be alive. Otherwise this fellow will swallow me. With pain in her heart, she blesses him, and there, as he is reciting the sannyasa mantras to himself, slowly the crocodile slips away into the waters. Taking his mother's blessings, there he starts his journey by foot in search of his Guru, all the way the banks of the Narmada in Omkareshwar, Jyotirlingam. So 8-year-old boy searching for truth, not stopping anywhere, not being satisfied unless he gets the blessings of his Guru. And there on the banks of the river, a new life starts. Govindapada is deep in meditation in the cave, the foothills of Omkareshwar Mandir, in a guha, not talking, not coming out, only when Shankara recites a prayer to his Guru that he wants his blessings, his diksha. Then the Guru asks, who are you? From inside the cave, Guru is asking Govindapada, the disciple of Gaudapada. He says, who are you? Then Shankara comes out with Nirvana Ashtakam there. Revered sir, I am neither the earth, nor water, nor fire, nor sky, nor any of their properties. I am not the senses and the mind even. I am Shiva, the divisionless essence of consciousness. So this gives a big boost, confidence to Govindapada. He is highly pleased with the response. This is the original nature of Atma Bodha, the consciousness, the pure consciousness. And Govindapada keeps his feet from inside the cave out for Shankara to offer namaskarams. And there Gurupada Ashtakam comes out. Then Govindapada initiates him, gives him sannyasa. Shankara Bhagavat Padacharya. And there what first Shankara says, what do you want to do? Govindapada asks, what do you want to do? Shankara immediately inspired soul. He says, I want to write commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita, on the Upanishads, on the Brahma Sutras, and everything he rattles. Young boy of 8 years. Govindapada touches his head and says, go slow, my son, go slow. Don't be so fast. First thing that you should do, write a commentary on Vishnu Sahasranama. Slowly go up. From Dvaita, go to Advaita. Straight away, don't jump there. That was the ancient tradition of learning. So Vishnu Sahasranama commentary. And completes another 4 or 5 years. The commentaries on the Brahma Sutras comes later, but Gita commentary. Introduction to the Bhagavad Gita, then the shlokas commentary, Upanishads commentary, all the principal Upanishads, Ishakena, Kata, Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya, Aitareya, Chandogya, Biradharanyaka. It is play for Bala Shankara. Then Govindapada sends his disciple. Now the time has come. By the time he is 16, your missionary work to rebuild, to renovate, to recharge, to put back Sanatana Dharma on its right pedestal will be from Benares, Kashi, Varanasi, the ancient city of learning. And the world mission of Adi Shankaracharya starts in Benares, A new broad and challenging chapter in Shankara's life starts here. And we have the famous story as he is walking. Before that, he meets Padmapada, his future disciple. How did he get his name Padmapada? As he walks, he just calls, Sanandan, come, the other side of the river. Faith in the Guru. Shastreshu Guru Vakyeshu Vishwasu Shraddha. And without an iota of doubt, he just walks on the water, and wherever he keeps his feet, there is a Padma. There is a lotus. And Shankara says, you're Padmapada Acharya. And with other disciples, Shankara is going to the Ganga Snanam, and there he meets the Chandala, the outcast, who is Shiva himself. A little bit of that block in the mind of Shankara. Shiva doesn't want that to be there, and he comes in the form of a Chandala with dogs crossing that road, crossing the path. Shankara is traditional sannyasi. Duravapasara Chandala. Out comes a strong statement. Duravapasara Chandala. And that outcast with fierce eyes is looking at Shankara and says, are you calling this Chandala to this body? Or to my hair? Or to my skin? To whom are you addressing? And the way conversation comes out, Shankara understands he has done a blunder. What is your Advaita? What is your commentaries for? You cannot see God in this one. Where is the difference? Why the duality between me and you? Your body is the same as my body. There Gnanodayam. Agnana Timirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. To remove that blot from Shankara's mind, Shiva comes in that form, and Agnanam has gone, and out comes what? Manisha Panchakam. Realizing the truth in everything, the oneness in everything. Then he gets the blessings of Vedavyasa, who advises him to write commentaries on the Brahma Sutras and there the longer lease of life from 16 to another 16, double lease, 32 years, to fulfill the purpose for which he was born. Then he understands that Kumarila Bhatta is killing himself. And there Shankara goes and gives him energy, gives him strength and confidence, blesses him, gives him sannyasa, the first transformation in social life. Then we have the wonderful debate, an outstanding debate in Hinduism, which is detailedly put in Shankara Digvijaya between Mandana Mishra and Shankara. Mandana Mishra, one of the most authentic and powerful debaters and followers of Vedic rituals, immersed in Vedic ritualism, just prevalent there, all over India. Shankara is Gnana Marga, Mandana Mishra Karma Marga. And according to Shankara Digvijaya, it was Uma Bharati, Saraswati herself, coming in the form of the wife of Mandana Mishra, who becomes the judge between these two, puts a garland on the neck of Shankara, puts a garland on the neck of her husband Mandana Mishra, and the debate starts. We are not going into the intricacies of the debate, this is just which is available in the book called Shankara Digvijaya, translated by Revered Swami Tapasyanandaji. And in Hinduism, people refer to this between Vaidika and Gnana Marga, Karma Kanda and the Gnana Kanda. End of the day, the flowers get faded away in Mandana Mishra's neck. He accepts his defeat and he becomes Shankaracharya's monastic disciple and calls him Sureshwaracharya. So this idea, please remember, and Shankara's disciples one by one gather around him First is Padmapada, then we have Sureshwaracharya, Hastamalaka and Totakacharya. Then what did Shankara do? His missionary work in our Sanatana Dharma, establishing the 6 sects. Shanmata Stapakacharya. Shanmata Stapakacharya. It is a system of worship believed in the Smartha tradition to have been founded by the Hindu philosopher Adi Shankara, whose lifetime was during the 8th century. It centers around the worship of the 6 main deities of Hinduism. Who are they? Shiva, Vishnu, Shakti, Ganesha, Surya and Skanda. See, once Shankara is going away and his mother thinks that she is leaving her body, the time has come on the banks of the Purna river in Kaladi. And Shankara had given word to his mother, wherever I am, under whatever circumstances, the very thought that you want me to be by your side, I will be. The moment mother sings Shankara, 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 and this Shankara comes there, and mother passes away in his lap, and breaking the tradition of sannyasi performing the cremation of his own mother. According to sannyasa, what we do, we offer our pinda even to the forefathers, to the 7 generations forward, to the one's own mother, to oneself also. But Shankara comes here and is doing this cremation of his mother, funeral of his mother. Then and there in Kaladi, all these pandits and they ostracize him. You have broken the tradition, get out. He didn't bother. The compassion towards his mother, his word to his mother was more important. Anyway, from there when he completes his funeral, he starts. First he goes to the very temple where Shiva blesses his father and mother near Trichur. Then from there goes to Guruvayur, to Thiruvananthapuram, Padmanabha Swami temple. Then he walks all the way to Kanyakumari, Mother's temple, Tiruchandur, Tiruvannamalai, Meenakshi, Rameshwaram. And what does he do there? He's just not going for pranams or namaskaram. He puts that entire image worship in a proper methodology. It should not be diluted. And everywhere Shankara's signatures are there in the original archives, in the books. He goes to Vishnu, he goes to Shiva, he goes to Shakti, he goes to Rameshwara, he goes everywhere. And finally the climax comes in Sringeri and in Sharada Pita, in the Himalayas, in the Shankaracharya hill. So this is the uniqueness, the blend of Shankara's oneness. He brought so many sects together and made it a strong foundation of Sanatana Dharma. And then we have Shankara introduced a mediating element in Hinduism as he found it in Vedanta, which proclaimed the ultimate reality, a principle that is personal as well as impersonal, immanent as well as transcendental. So God is within, God is without. Sarvavyapi, Sarvottama, Sarvagnaha. I see Him in all beings. This world is not the world, it is Ishavasyamidam Sarvam. I see God everywhere. Not the buildings, not this, not that. I am seeing with my ignorant eyes, with Ajnana, with Aviveka, with Ahankara, these buildings and these relationships and all this stuff, family, samsara, as we were discussing in Atma Bodha or in Bhajagovinda Stotram. Shankara makes that beautiful blending. And his lecture long back, Revered Swami Ranganathanji says about Shankara, as a single individual whose only companion was his glowing spirituality, vast intellect and deep sympathy, going the length and breadth of Bharata and conquering its mind and heart is something unique in Indian history and in the world too. At the young age of 16 years, 4 times he goes length and breadth of the country, where there is no proper transport, proper this one, but missionary zeal of acharyas. His only companion was his glowing spirituality and his knowledge. He continues, Ravi Maharaj, wherever there is emphasis on unity, there is knowledge. Its fruit is concord and happiness. And wherever there is emphasis on diversity, bahutvam, it is ignorance and it results in conflict and misery. So what we need in our country today is unity in diversity. We badly need the message of that unity based on understanding and leading to all-round concord. And this was the work of the great Adi Shankara. Like a militant general, putting his team, his nation first, cleaning up the system. That is why we are able to go to various temples and read the philosophies which are pristine, pure and original. That is how by reading Shankara and understanding Shankara, Ramanuja, Madhva, Nimbarka, Vallabha, Chaitanya, any Acharya, we repay our gratitude. Rishi Runam. 5 Runams every Hindu has to fulfill in his lifetime. One is Rishi Runam. Repay the gratitude to the great teachers of our religion. You have not seen Vivekananda, we have not seen Vivekananda, or Shankara, or Ramanuja. But what do we have? Their works, original in Sanskrit, or translations, Swamiji's lectures, Sri Ramakrishna's Gospel. Read them, understand, share in computer language, in YouTube language, like, share and subscribe. People understand that language only today. Swadhyaya they will not understand. You like what you are studying, press the button, press the icon, the bell icon. Will come. And at 6:45 we have the bell icon, Arati. Tanga, 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 Khandana, Bhava, Bandhana. You have to like it. If you like it, you will come. So the great work of Shankara was to bring about that unity through knowledge. And what else he did? The Dashanami Sampradaya of Sannyasis, established by Shankara, which is still flourishing in India today. 10 different ashramas. What are they? Aranya, Ashrama, Bharati, Giri, Parvata, Puri, Saraswati, Sagara, Tirtha and Vana. Dashanami Sampradaya. Ramakrishna Mission monks, we come under the Puri Sampradaya. We are directly connected with Sringeri Matha. Our Acharya is Sringeri Pitadipati. And we have various Saraswati, Dayananda Saraswati, Harsha Vidya Kendra, like that. So whenever we address the Pitadipatis, the Gurus, who are the leaders of our sect, of our group, we have to address as Bodhamayananda Puri. Only you tell Bodhamayananda, they will feel offended. One Swami went somewhere in the north and he asked his name. He just said, I am so and so Ananda. Then, Puri kahan gaya? Sabji lekar kha gaya? You see how they are very particular about the full name. Puri क्यों छोड़ दिया? उपवास कर रहा है? Puri खाओ, Puri बोलो. Then he addressed himself as Dash Ananda Puri. Very particular. So Shankara's traditions, the ancient traditions have to be followed. Then another great work, all these how many years? All within 16 years. Up to 16 he was writing commentary, sitting on the banks of Narmada. The next 16 years traveling, and he is a great organizer. Organizing the different traditions of sannyasa and 4 pitas. Established the 4 mathas, Sringeri in the south, Puri in the east, Dwaraka in the west, and Badrinath in the Himalayas, which is called Joshimath. Then we find that is how Shankara's, this one goes on. Finally, end of the day, 32 years, his life mission established, 4 mathas given to 4 disciples. Sureshwaracharya comes to the Sringeri, and Padmapada, Hastamalaka and Totaka goes in different places. And Shankara's work is done, and 32 years he merges in the Supreme Consciousness in Kedarnath. So Shankara's birthday, Shankara Jayanti, celebrated all over the country, and more so in all the Pita's, etc., Sringeri, etc. We have to be grateful to these acharyas, study the works, study the life meticulously, and pray, Shankara Vijayam, Hara Hara Shankara, Jaya Jaya Shankara. A couple of Namavalis on Shankara is there, composed by Sringeri Pitadipati. Couple of them we will recite as a tribute to our Acharya, Adi Shankaracharya. I will recite it slowly, please repeat. Shri Shankaracharya Varyaya Namaha. Brahmananda Pradayakaya Namaha. Ajnanatimiraditya Namaha. Sugnanam Buddhi Chandramase Namaha. Varnashrama Pratishthatre Namaha. Srimate Namaha. Mukti Pradayakaya Namaha. Shishyopadesha Nirataya Namaha. Bhaktabhishta Pradayakaya Namaha. Sukshma Tattvarahasya Gnaya Namaha. Sukshma Tattvarahasya Gnaya Namaha. Rahasya Gnaya Namaha. Karya Prabodhakaya Namaha. Gnana Mudranchitakaraya Namaha. Shishyahृतापहारकाय Namaha. Parivrajashramodhatre Namaha. Parivrajashrama Odhatre Namaha. Sarvatantra Swatantradhiye Namaha. Advaita Stapanacharya Namaha. Sakshat Shankara Rupadhrute Namaha. Shanmata Stapanacharya Namaha. Trayi Marga Prakashakaya Namaha. Veda Vedanta Tattvajnaya Namaha. Durvadi Matakhandanaya Namaha. Vairagya Nirataya Namaha. Shantaya Namaha. Samsararnavatarakaya Namaha. Prasannavadanam Bhojaya Namaha. Paramartha Prakashakaya Namaha. Purana Smruti Saragnaya Namaha. Purana Smruti Saragnaya Namaha. Nitya Triptaya Namaha. Mahate Namaha. Shuchaye Namaha. Nityanandaya Namaha. Nirantakaya Namaha, Nissangaya Namaha, Nirmalatmakaya Namaha, Nirmamaya Namaha, Nirahankaraya Namaha, Sattva-pradhanaya Namaha, Sadbhavaya Namaha, Sankhyatita Gunojvalaya Namaha, Anaghaya Namaha, Sarahridayaya Namaha, Sudhiye Namaha, Saraswatapradaya Namaha, Satyatmane Namaha, Punyashilaya Namaha, Taporashaye Namaha, Mahatejase Namaha. Another 5 minutes, we shall take up shloka number 8, which is the teachings of Adi Shankaracharya, so that this circle will be complete. 8th shloka, Atma Bodha. Please repeat. Satchidatmanyanusyuyate nitye, Satchidatmanya Anusyute nitye, Vishnau prakalpitaha, Vyaktayo Vividha sarva, Hatake Katakadivat, Satchidatmanyanusyute nitye, Syute nitye, Vishnau prakalpitaha, Vyaktayo vividha sarva, Hatake katakadivat. Meaning is, all the various forms that we see, that we are connected every day after day after day, from the time the child opens its eyes to this buzzing, booming, confusing world, till the time that fellow, he or she was quietly in the womb closing the eyes, suddenly he is seeing so many colors, so many forms, so many sounds. What is more? It is only buzzing, booming, confusing. And out comes what? Not smile, a cry. Why have I come into this world? Endukaya puttani prapancha. This is the problem. All the forms hitting the brain of that young child. That is why Swami Vivekananda uses the example of Rani Madalasa. She is not talking anything of engineering or M-Set and R-Set and low-Set and degree, etc. and business and job and car. She is telling Shuddhosi, Buddhosi, Muktosi, Samsara Maya Parivarjitosi. Can any mother dare to tell their child that you are pure, that you are Buddha, that you are awakened, that you are free from Samsara Maya? So Swamiji asked this question, how many mothers are there? One Madalasa, one Bhuvaneshwari Devi. So these are the heroic mothers. So all the forms that we see exist in the imagination. You are again and again putting that imagination, this hypnotism, the mind of the young child, forgetting the substratum, forgetting the base of all this. The base of this building, there's a foundation. The base of any multi-storied buildings is the foundation, which starts with the excavation, which starts with the plinth, which starts with the concrete, and then only you can live in such a world. What is the substratum of all this? On what is this holding? What is this Brahmanda? The galaxies, the macrocosm, the samudrams, Millions of suns, millions of stars. Adharam, what is the Adharam? What is the substratum? This we forget. That is what he is hinting here. The substratum being the eternal and all-pervading Vishnu Prakalpitaha, whose nature is existence and intelligence, the names and forms which we are continuously getting introduced to and creating new names, creating new forms. They are like what? Bangles and bracelets or other ornaments. And the base of those ornaments, small or big, is the gold. People go Akshaya Tritiya day, day before, and say whole market was full of people only. How we interpret things, you see. Gold, gold, gold. As if there is nothing else in the world. Some madman has introduced, you buy gold on that day, then you become a goldopati. Then CBI will come to your house. ED will come. Why? From where you got this so much gold? People mortgage their family, their houses, their property for little gold on Akshaya Tritiya. It is commercialization. You buy gold and your house will be gold. Your mind should be gold first. This is all market strategy. Hypnotism, Jagat Jala. The base we forget. The Supreme Consciousness as this base, and that creates so much of trouble. So Shankara is telling here in this shloka, two more points are there, then we take up the next shloka next Sunday. Yes. What are the various forms that we are seeing in the relative world? Keep that in mind. This is the relative world. We are seeing the snake on the rope. We are seeing the silver in the oyster shell. They all exist in the imagination. As I said last Sunday, if I say this is a glass of water, a madman will not accept. He says this is a doll, this is a ball, this is a cat. His perception, his imagination, because the nerves have gone wrong. He needs treatment. So we call him, label him as a madman. But he will also label us as a madman. Says, no, this is a doll, this is a cat, this is what he sees. And we see this is a glass of water. Perceptions. Imaginations running riot. The meaning is that names and forms, apart from the substratum, example used as gold and the ornaments. You go to a jeweler and say, it's a golden necklace. Again and again you are reminding that it's a gold. The substratum is the gold. And what is this eternal? It is unlimited by time. Desha Kala Nimitta. Above that is the substratum. Within that Desha Kala Nimitta is our life. All-pervading consciousness. The second point here. What is this all-pervading consciousness? The Brahman interpenetrates all names and forms and endows them with an appearance of reality. Sarvavyapi, Sarvottama, these are the qualities. Sarvagnaha, Sri Ramakrishna saw consciousness. Mother pervading as consciousness. And he said in the Gospel, Kathamrutam, we are conscious, the world is conscious because of the consciousness of God. Remove that consciousness, we are ordinary cards, just fly off. Then Vishnu, it's not the Vaikuntha Vishnu, don't bring in the personal aspect here. It is the transcendental consciousness, the all-pervading consciousness. The word also signifies a special manifestation of reality, usually designed as the second person of the Hindu Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. That's our immediate identification. But the all-pervasiveness of the gold in the ornament is to be kept in mind. Likewise, there is no essential difference between Brahman, the cause of this universe, and the universe, its effect. What is Brahman is this universe, what is this universe is Brahman. And I have to remind myself that this is Brahman, I am that Brahman. Names and forms which create the difference. This is a mic, this is a table, this is a cat, this is a lid, this is a bottle, this is a book, that's a mic stand, that is a body, this is light. Names and forms are filled up. That's why meditate on the Om, no name, no form, the one remains. Names and forms which create the difference exist only in one's mind. Therefore, Vedanta says, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. All this is verily Brahman. So think of the substratum when you go out. Think of the substratum when you are eating. Let that be registered in one corner of your mind. Then our life will be straight, smooth and free from any other delusions. Other things we'll take up later. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Bhava